Alright, it's day 2, vlog 7, and today, well, I'm not going to get it finished today, but my next step basically is to do the framework inside of here that's going to hold this all together. Now it's still attached to the ground, it won't come off the ground until I'm done with this. And I have the porch separate because I'll be framing that separately, just to make it look a little nicer. Same with this area. And so today, it's late, I hope to just get up the main beams, and I'll get this finished in a few days, so yeah, check back. Alright, well, I'm finally up and out of my basement. I just finished this up today, and I got out of the basement as soon as I could. So I'll show you every little thing I did. I'll give you some size comparisons. But I was in the basement for 4 working days, and so I did that very quickly. Kind of out of breath right now because I just ran up and down 2 flights of stairs like 4 times, bringing all my stuff back up. But anyway, I'll show you some size comparisons. Then I'll show you kind of the little details. So this is a little house 12 by 6 that I made in the tutorial series. I have, I think, 9 episodes, like 12 videos total on how to build this. So if you compare, looks pretty small compared to this. It fit like 3 of them in the garage. It's a little bit bigger than the porch. Now, I'm not going to move that house. But as you can tell, this one's quite a bit bigger. It doesn't go back really as far, but it's definitely a lot wider. So now I'm going to show you kind of, because you watched the time lapse, and I'm sure there were a few things that you were like, why is he doing that? And probably the number one thing is these sticks. You see how these are kind of spaced. These sticks here I put kind of liberally. I just kind of eyeballed it, and then by the time I got over here and over to the garage, I measured so that they're reach an inch apart. These ones I kind of just eyeballed, so they're not as nice, but who cares. As you can tell, there's a stick right here that's out of place, and the reason I did that is kind of just for bracing, because I put these big supports across first, and I didn't want to have it being like wavy back and forth, so that just kind of held it in place, kind of in the middle. Same right there. Just kind of acts as like a support. But as you can tell, they still got pretty wavy. But that's fine. It's not too crazy. Front porch, I'm going to save that for later. As you can tell, the joist direction changes. Because right here, the joists are going to go this direction. Or the floorboards are going to go this direction. And then right here, they're going to go this direction. And there will be a diagonal line here where they change. So that'll look nice. But I'll sheathe that later. This is also going to be a porch. I'll sheathe that at the same time I do the floor. I was going to wait, but that one I'm not going to worry about. So this floor is very strong. Kind of. I mean, I stood on it. I put both my feet on it and put all my weight on it and just stood in the middle, and you know, it's a bunch of sticks on their side. Nothing's going to happen, so it's, you know, strong. But the main thing that I'm afraid of, and I've been afraid of it since the start, is the garage, right here where they connect. So any other garage, now that one I framed the floor differently, because that one was my first one. But that's just kind of like parallel, you know, adjacent, right next to the house. That one is pretty much in the house, it's just another room in the house, pretty much. This garage, though, not only is it a whole separate, pretty much building, I mean, it's still connected, obviously, but it's like, it's completely separate, it's so big. and it's not like part of the house. Like, as you can tell, I wanted the floor to go its own direction here, so it's, you know, the same with the corners. Like, it's parallel with the sides of the walls. So obviously the direction changes here. But the only way that this entire garage is attached to this part of the house is these little points right here, and that's not strong at all. And when you lift it up, you have to put one hand here and one hand here so that you're lifting both sides, or else this will fall right off. And this thing bends pretty good too. See, I'm bending that one, the other one's barely lifting up. So I need to be careful with that. Obviously, when I get the sheathing on, I get the walls up and everything, it'll be stronger. My plan for the sheathing is, I'm saying probably because I don't know, gonna do the garage first. And the garage floor is going to go and end on this piece. So all those pieces will be gluing the garage to the side of the house. And then the pieces on the side of the house will butt up against those. And so I might add another support here for those or something, I'm not sure. So that's that. Like I said, I'll do the porch last. And so really that's it. I just brought this up here, so I don't have all my stuff set up. This thing's not going to fit on the table. That thing barely fit on the table. So I might see if I can get a bigger table or a nicer one. Definitely going to move that. I got to clean all that up from the last house. And then I'll set the table up right there. Got all my plans that I need right there. Tell me how you like these new setup of videos. I think they're more interesting. I said I wouldn't talk as much, but I really wanted to show you that today. I'm going to try not to talk any more than 6 minutes, 5 minutes in an episode at once. So this is just kind of like these first few episodes, I'm kind of introducing everything. After this, I'm just going to quickly show everything, and the rest of the video will be time-lapse, because I know hearing me talk is probably boring for a lot of you. So just give me suggestions. If you think anything's really boring, let me know. Person told me in the last video that, you know, they're getting sick because I move the camera like this all the time, and I noticed I do that in a lot of videos, so I'm definitely going to work on that. I hope I wasn't too bad in this video because I wasn't even thinking about it, but I'm just definitely going to try to hold the camera more steady and maybe even put it on a tripod. But this camera can't just sit because it's a low flip camera, so it needs to be on a tripod. But yeah, so that's the video for today, and I'll see you in the next video where I get the sheeting on.